If I can go to a bank and get the same terms you're offering, it's very difficult to make sense of seller financing.
I want the cash. I want to make money. Hello?
Todd at Henry, how you doing? I was speaking with my my lender and my partner and going through everything, so I have the spreadsheet in front of me. You have like 2 minutes real quick?
Yeah.
First and foremost, I mean, obviously we'd love to get this done. I know you're trying to work with this other guy. I mean, what do you think's the likelihood of that?
I'm not trying to work with shit. I just have to give him his 10 days, of for default.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. I give him 10 days unless he signs off and says, go fuck yourself.
I definitely get that. Does he have money that's hard right now that he'll be losing, or?
I have no idea what the freaking deal is. I mean, he has a deposit and shit like that. But I mean, there's attorney fees and crap. And you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Bullshit.
Sure. And then in a perfect world, would you prefer seller financing or did you want a straightforward deal? Because obviously,
I mean, I can do either way.
And then, how much money did you need down in order to, in cash in your hand in order to even make sense of seller financing?
He was, when you said the 480, he was actually giving me 555, whatever the hell that worked out to. But that's what he was giving me, and he had 405. He was like, I didn't know I needed 555. It's like, dude, like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
He had insurance for the $1,095,095. It was like, dude, how don't you know how much money you need? I don't get it. What? And then then they want to swing another deal, and I'm like, go fuck yourself, man. Like,
sure.
They went to 5 o'clock on the 30th. We were supposed to close at 11 o'clock on the 1st.
Oh, so you've been in contract for a while on this.
Oh yeah, no, all the shit is done. Like, everything's done.
Well, I mean, if we did a fast close, I mean, what do you think we can make sense of here?
In price, that's what I'm sticking to. I mean, it's worth it all day long.
I mean, right now, based on the numbers we're pulling, it's in order to pay your number, we would have to be somewhere around 300. To do a seller financing deal, we'd have to be closer to 300 grand down, and 4.5 or 5% interest in order to even be profitable.
I'm not doing that, and I'm not the banks aren't even getting that. You know what I mean? They're getting way higher than that.
No, I know, but I'm saying, look, what I'm saying is, I can go to a bank. If I can go to a bank and get the same terms you're offering, it's very difficult to make sense of seller financing.
And I get it, and he didn't want to do that. So that was exactly what he, if you write me a check for $1.6 million, I get a check for $1.6 million, and I'm done. Whatever.
Sure.
I mean, but that's where I'm at.
Well, because I mean, I was looking at this and I was like, look, I know that if we did 1.3, we can close in 30 days, no seller financing, just a straightforward, cash close, no financing contingency at all.
Not interested. You can come up with every angle you want. I'm not interested in that. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll keep it.
Obviously, I'd love to do the deal. We don't have a problem with cash. The challenge is we just don't want to lose money. That's my only thing. I just don't want to lose money every month.
I get it. And there's no way of losing money on it because, I mean, I ran the numbers too.
But I'm saying, look, ready? I'll give you an example, right? I have all the numbers right in front of me right now. If we do a $1.6 million purchase price, would you be okay with 400 grand down?
On a 1.6?
Yeah.
What's the rate?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. I mean, can you do 5.5%, 6%?
I mean, I would do 6, but you got to put more cash down. That's nominal. I mean, most banks are taking 60, 60-40 LTV.
That's 25% down, right? Is 400 grand because it's a bank's willing to give me a loan at 25% down and 7.5% interest. So I'm just trying to be a smidge higher or a smidge below.
And I get it. I mean, that's kind of your call. Is if you want to pay a point more and deal with a bank, do a 1025 and do 25%, or just come up with, I mean, it's 80 grand. It's not
No, I know, but the problem is that extra
substantial.
80. No, I understand. I'm just saying the extra 80,000 and a down payment completely skews my returns. I know it sounds like it's nominal, but on a small deal like this, that extra 5% down completely changes the deal, right? So I'm saying if we could do 1.6, 400 grand down, even at $1.6 million, 400 grand down. My debt service payments to you, I would be losing $3,500 a quarter. 3,500.
And I get that, and that's why I'm saying I don't understand. I look at shit a little different because most of my LTVs are, when I do loans, 50%. I want the cash. I want to make money.
I get it.
I don't want to pay a freaking bank interest. I get it. The deductions, the bullshit. I have other write-offs that I can they'll flood shit with, you know, and you're not in any different of a boat than I am. I don't understand paying freaking interest, you know, absurdity of that, because I want the freaking cash flow out of it. And like I said, some of these guys are paying cash, so you know you're probably getting 2 G's a month for cash. That's a decent number on a little freaking thing, and they're undervalued.
No, I get it.
You can ask $500. You can ask $500 a month for those big units and get them, and people wouldn't even bat an eye.
Look, I hear you. All I'm saying is like I said, like I just don't want to lose money day one. So like,
I don't want to lose money either.
if I can get it where like I'm breaking even or making like a couple dollars every month, which is still a very, very low return in grand scheme of things. Because look, I can leave the money in a savings account and make 5% a year. So it's like I'm just trying to make around 4%, 5% cash on cash plus in order for me to even get to break even. Because my debt cost right now, I'm losing $10,000 a quarter. I'm losing $40,000 a year at 1.6 million, 6% interest in 400 grand down. So that's where
and that's what I was saying. If you put more cash down, you're gaining that 6%. Why would you get away from the 6%? Like I would take the 6% right off the freaking top.
What do you mean you're taking?
Like, I don't, because I'm not going to pay a bank 7.5. Like if you gave me an extra 100 grand, saves you 6 G's a year.
So what I'm saying is like, okay, let's fine. I'll change the numbers, right? Let's just say that I do $1.5 million purchase and we do 35% down. That's $525,000 down. $525,000 down, 1.5 million. I'm still losing money. Let me try to get to a break even. Hold on one second. I just want to see what a break even comes to. If we do 4.5% interest with 500 grand down at 1.45 million, I break even. I could give you 500 grand down.
I keep the thing, you know, because it gives me a good return. I mean, I have a great return on that place.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to make it a win-win for both of us, right? So if like you want
and
five,
I get it. And the way he had it structured, I was willing to let it loose for that because I looked at it and said, all right, this kid's gonna pay me whatever it was, the $5 grand a month, you know, on interest and all this other bullshit like that. And you know, he had the option to buy me out. He had to give me 90 days notice. There was no, you know, buyout penalties, but he had to give me 90 days notice just so I can get my shit in order. You know, before he hands me a check for 1-1 or whatever the hell it was.
Sure. It
kind of worked. I didn't have the thing. It's not on the market. I didn't have it on the market.
No, I get it.
This kid came to me.
And by the way, I'm only talking about doing like a 5-year note. I'm not talking about 10 years here. Like I'm talking about 5 years and refi out where it'll be a much faster payoff.
Shit will level out too. You know what I mean?
No, of course. I mean, obviously we're hoping for that.
Banks are just fucking stupid at this point.
I mean, like, what's most important to you? I know you want some cash up front. The interest rate, you seem like you're a little bit open to being a little bit flexible, and you want a decent purchase price. So it's like, in order for it to make sense for me, the only thing that I would need support from you in order to pay you more money and give you a heavier down payment, I need interest rates. I need the interest rate to be incredibly flexible for a decent period of time. I'll give you what you're looking for.
And you're talking about a decent. I mean, I'm not going to go any lower than 5.5.
I'm willing to give you everything you're as much as like everything you're looking for, right? I'll check all the boxes. I'll give you, I'll try to get you the best price, and I'll try to get you the most money down I possibly can, right? I'm trying to check the boxes. All I'm saying is like, in order to get you those two things that you want desperately, I just need the flexibility of interest because like it's got to be 1, 2, or 3. It's like there's only 3 things that we can manipulate: purchase price, interest, right, or the down payment. So it's like, let's work together here and try to make this a win-win for both of us.
Well, if you run your numbers at 5.5%, $1.6 million, 5.5%, see what your down payment works out to. Half a point's not going to kill me.
In order to pay you your number and pay you 5.5%, my down payment is going to have to be like 250 grand.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm saying
it won't cover my debt service.
I get it.
I still have a mortgage.
How much is, okay, so hold on, let's talk about that. How much is your mortgage?
I'm going to say 370.
370. So like ideally you're just trying to get your 370. We got to clear your 370 and then get you enough.
Well, I'm going to clear my 370, my closing, plus, I mean, I should have walked out of here with 0. It's like.
Well, so, okay, right, to make this even for everything, right? So you need roughly 400 clean. Easily to make sense of everything. All right, so 1 second. So let's get you $400,000 down. The only way to make this where I'm not losing money infinitely every month.
Because your debt service with interest and your taxes, say 100 G's.
Yeah, debt service right now, hold on.
I mean, I'm driving. I don't know, but
no, you're good.
I've been running numbers in my head.
No, I have the whole spreadsheet in front of me. The exact amount of the debt service would actually be, I have it as right now, the income at your 1.6 purchase and 400 grand down right now, my debt service is $90,000 a year, but the building's only net generating a net income of 77,000.
But how are you coming up with 100 G's? And I mean, are you amortizing 1025, or are you just doing straight interest?
No, I'm amortizing. It's not just interest.
Oh, okay. So you're amortizing down the
Yeah.
the
And the net income, like I have I mean, like I have a very strong net income. I rent it just the way you gave it to me, and it's like, I mean, again, like, would you prefer to just collect a check every month? I mean, instead of just a straight purchase. I mean, you're okay with that?
You can give me a straight purchase, and you can give me a check every month. I mean, either way, it doesn't really, it's not I need to be one way or another.
Well, I mean, like, okay.
I just looked at my other deal as, fuck it, I'll collect interest because I don't need the cash.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's the way I looked at it. Like, look, I don't give a shit. I'll collect interest on the place.
What happens if we did like seller financing in like a second position? Like we put down.
No, I'm not sitting second for anybody.
Well, I'm saying like this way we can give you like, $1.2 million down.
I don't sit second.
Got it. At a purchase price of 1.4, we can do either a straight deal or a 1.45 with 400K down and 6.5% interest. I can get you 5.5% interest, 400 grand down, all of that right now at 1.45 total purchase.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave money on the table. I'll keep the freaking place. You know what I mean? Because it makes money. I mean, I don't have a problem with keeping it. It's not on the market. It's not like I'm trying to sell it. It's just, it's a whatever. This kid just fell away. You left me a message. I gave you a call. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's a whatever to me.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Look, I just want to make it a win-win, and like I told you, I'm just trying not to lose money every month. If I make a couple bucks, I'm okay with it.
I get your position too. Like if it was me, I'd walk in there with more cash because I want the fucking money. I can flim-flam the money more coming in than I can going out. That's the way I look at it. And that's why I always do a 50% LTV. There's not a single property that's not 50% LTV on my portfolio.
Sure.
Because I can manipulate the money.
Can we do a deal at 1.5, like with 400 grand down, 5.5% interest?
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do a deal at 1.5. I had it, and he's not the only one that was kind of looking to do something, and I just kind of let it, I had a cash offer of 1.6. I mean, it's just, what it is. Your gains, your bullshit. You're gonna pay freaking taxes. Like, I was like, give me the less money, give me the interest every month. I'm cool.
All right, let me try to manipulate some numbers here, and I obviously just want to be able to try to make this a win-win, like I keep saying. And
no, I get it, and you're not in a different position than I am. You know what I mean? It's like we're kind of in the same boat, just different sides. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to pay the fucking taxes. You don't want to pay the freaking interest. You want to get a freaking income on it. I get it all. I mean, I just have a different view of the way I structure it is because I write my landscaper out of businesses. You know what I mean? It's like I can manipulate my money, and I'm not taking it as a profit to go let it loose and paying taxes on the shit. Look at it. I have it come out of my fucking businesses. I mean, that's the way I do it. I mean, everybody does shit a little bit different, but I got a shitload of rental properties and barely ahead on some and way behind on others. I mean, it's just, I adjust them every year, and
mm-hmm.
you know what it is. It's just, I mean, you run your numbers, you see what the best thing that you can do, and throw it at me, and I'll let you know whether it's a yay or nay.
And I'm just checking boxes because I got to go back to my partner in my bank, right, to make sure I'm running numbers correctly. You need at least 400 grand down, and you need 1.6.
1.6, yep. And I would say it's actually a little bit more than 410, 420. I mean, it's got to cover my debt and close in and bullshit.
I get it.
Got to cover shit.
Sure. Let me go back to them, and I'll get right back to you.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Right,
Bye.